Archangel Michael says, "The words that reached your ears were heavy and sharp, like glass scattered across the floor. Someone you trusted pressed those shards into your name, telling others you look like a joke, like a problem, like something less than human. You stood still, felt the sting, and wondered if you should hide your face from the world. Listen closely now, because heaven has something different to say. Your body is not an apology, it is a witness that you survived dark nights and kept breathing anyway. What they whispered is not your identity, it is simply the echo of their own unhealed places. I know the room where those words were spilled, the angles of light, the clink of glasses, the sideways smiles. I know the moment they compared you to a caricature, a shadow, look like that refuses to finish the sentence because it knows it is cowardly. I know the instant your chest tightened and your hands almost went cold. This is not the first time the world tried to rename you by mocking your reflection. But today is the last time you will agree with that lie, even silently. Today, we reclaim your reflection, and we guard it with a sword of truth. Breathe for me, slow and steady, because your breath is older than their opinion and stronger than their laughter. Every inhale gathers scattered pieces of your courage, every exhale releases the verdicts you never owed anyone. Place a hand over your heart and feel the drum that still chooses you. There is a healing that begins with naming. So we will name what happened: betrayal through ridicule, cruelty disguised as humor, intimacy misused as ammunition. We will not pretend it didn't cut, we will not let it own you. Now, a quiet instruction: step to the mirror when you can do it safely. Stand at a distance that feels kind, not punishing, and choose soft light, not harsh glare. Before you look, say out loud, "I am meeting a friend, not a judge." When your eyes finally meet your eyes, pause. See the history there, the nights you watered plants of hope no one else believed in, the mornings you rose when grief was heavy like rain. See how your gaze refuses extinction, that defiance is beautiful. Touch your shoulders with reverence. They have carried names and groceries and burdens that were never yours, yet they still hold you up. Tell them, softly, you can set the heavy things down now. Consider the soft places and the strong places without classification, as if they are all holy. The world trained you to divide your body into good and bad rooms. Heaven trains you to see it as a single home where God chose to live with you. I know what they said, that you look like a mess, like a mistake, like a punchline. But every insult is a boomerang. It returns to the one who threw it until it asks them why they were hurting in the first place. You are not responsible for their unreturned mail. Now we move from naming to boundaries. This is the part they never taught you: love without truth is flattery, and truth without love is cruelty. You deserve both, and you can choose neither when those conditions are not met. Practice this sentence in your mouth until it settles: I'm not available for conversations that mock my body, even indirectly. It is not rude, it is clean water, and you are thirsty for it. If they reach for a joke to hide their discomfort, stay steady. Say, I prefer care over cleverness, and let the silence educate them. Silence is a school with no desks, but everyone learns. Now the attack, not against a person, but against the patterns. We confront the ancient agreement that your worth lives or dies by someone else's taste. We cut that rope with a stroke that is final. Repeat after me, even if your voice trembles, my body is not public property, it is a sanctuary. My reflection belongs to my care, not their commentary. Say it again, because a door sometimes takes 2 pushes to open. Walk to your closet and choose one garment that makes you feel like music. Not the one they complimented, not the one you hide in, choose the one that feels like courage. Place it front and center, this is your uniform for reclamation. Now choose a song that reminds you of mornings after storms. Let it fill your room until the walls remember how to dance. When the chorus rises, lift your chin as if adjusting a crown. You will be tempted to send a message, to expose them with screenshots and witnesses. Resist the impulse to perform your hurt for people who already minimized it. Instead, document the truth for yourself, calmly and completely, so your boundaries have bones. Make a list titled, What is Mine to Keep? Write, my voice, my timing, my reflection, my joy, my peace, my right to leave. Make a second list titled, What I Return to Sender. Write, their projections, their control, their shame, their gossip, their hunger for power. You do not need their permission to reset the story. People who cultivate rumors are starving for significance, that is not your famine to feed. Turn your face toward the table that is already set for you. The rumor said you look like a failure, truth says you look like a survivor mid-bloom. The rumor said you look like a problem, truth says you look like an answer in progress. The rumor said you look like a laugh, truth says joy will laugh last and it will be yours. Let's tend to the body itself, because the body heard everything. Offer it water as if offering an apology. Offer it rest as if offering a promise. If you can, step outside and meet the weather as medicine. Let sunlight touch what shame tried to hide, or let rain baptize the parts that feel tired. Feel the ground remind you that the earth is strong and so are you. Write a small letter to the area they mocked most. Dear belly/skin/hair/shape, thank you for keeping me alive all these years. I will stop speaking to you as if you are my enemy. Fold it and place it under your pillow. Healing loves to visit where you sleep. Now, about the one you trusted, you can forgive without returning to unsafe closeness. Forgiveness is a key that frees you from the cell of resentment, not a leash dragging you back. Hold both mercy and caution in the same hand, you are wise enough to carry them. Invite a friend who knows how to honor your name to share a quiet meal. Let the conversation be gentle, let laughter be clean, let your body remember what safety tastes like. Notice how your shoulders drop when trust is real. If they ask for a meeting, choose bright daylight and a public place. Go with a list of truths, not a script of accusations, and read it slowly if you must. Say, here is what happened. Here is how it affected me. Here is what I need going forward. Your needs are not demands, they are directions for loving you well. If they cannot follow the map, release them to find a different journey. People who refuse accountability refuse intimacy, even if they swear they love you. Take a moment to envision yourself 1 week from now. You are walking differently, not hiding your face behind your hair or your hood. You have learned the art of choosing rooms where your name is spoken with water, not fire. Envision yourself 1 month from now. Your routines have shifted toward nourishment, not punishment. You have a mirror ritual that begins with gratitude and ends with a smile that survives the lights turning off. Envision yourself 1 season from now. Your wardrobe holds more color or more simplicity, whatever piece looks like on you. Your circle is smaller, maybe, but the air in it is easier to breathe. There will be moments when their words echo again, unwanted and loud. That is when you press your hand to your heart and say, "We are not going back." You have rehearsed this sentence until it arrives like a friend in the doorway. Here is a simple practice for when anxiety hums at the base of your skull. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out for 6, rest for 2. Repeat this 4 times, let your nervous system learn you are the safest place you know. Another practice, gratitude not as performance, but as power. List 3 things your body allowed you to do today: walk, laugh, cry, lift, sing, call a friend. Let that list be a lighthouse when the fog returns. If you decide to stay with this person, it must be a new agreement, not a replay. Their apology must include acknowledgement, changed behavior, and time-tested consistency. Without those, love becomes theater and you did not buy a ticket. If you decide to leave, let departure be an act of care, not revenge. You will not waste your life proving your value to someone who refused to see it. You will invest your breath in gardens that bloom when you arrive. You are allowed to celebrate your reflection, now, not after perfection is a mirage that lives in the distance. Compassion is water that lives in your hands today. Drink deeply and share with the parts of you that are thirsty. There is a future where your body is not a battleground. It is a balcony where you step out at sunrise and the light finds you smiling. It is an instrument tuned to kindness, making music out of ordinary hours. Return to the mirror once more, only this time bring a pen. On a sticky note write, "I am not their rumor, I am my own revelation." Place it where your eyes naturally land, so truth greets you before the day begins. The people who loved you poorly were still practicing at being human. You can wish them growth without making yourself the soil they tear up while learning. Your boundaries will be the fence that lets both of you heal separately. Here is the secret heaven keeps repeating: you are not late to your life. You are exactly on time to stop agreeing with the insult and to start agreeing with the blessing. You are precisely on time to meet yourself with awe. When you walk down the street and a window shows you your shape, smile. Let the world see someone who survived comparison and chose compassion. Let them wonder what changed. Let them ask themselves how to change, too. Collect compliments that feel true and plant them like seeds. Not the empty ones, but the ones that notice your resilience and your warmth. Watch how they sprout into posture, into voice, into joy that doesn't ask permission. If the old narrative tries to sneak in, you look like a, finish the sentence with a blessing. You look like a sunrise after too much rain. You look like a home that finally found its lights. Write down the names of 5 places your body feels safe. Maybe it is your favorite chair, a certain cafe corner, a park bench beneath a dependable tree, a quiet library aisle, the edge of the ocean. Visit them on purpose. Let safety be something you schedule, not only something you crave. Write down the names of 5 people who speak life to you. Text one now and say, "Thank you for seeing me and not trying to fix me." Let gratitude open the door for more days like this. The one you trusted will have to earn their way back into the circle, if you allow it at all. Earning does not mean perfection, it means evidence of honor. You cannot carry both their excuses and your peace. Choose peace. Rest your jaw and unclench your hands. Your body is listening for cues. Tell it, we are safe, we are worthy, we are becoming. Feel how your shoulders listen, how your breath becomes a hymn. This is where the blessing meets the boundary, the love meets the line. You are a person who belongs to yourself first, and from that belonging you offer a love that is clean. Anyone who cannot honor this will meet the locked gate, and that is mercy. There will be new photos. When you see them, do not zoom in on what the rumor taught you to hate. Look for the joy in your eyes. If the joy is there, the picture is beautiful. There will be new mornings. Make one ritual small and sacred: warm water, window light, one affirmation spoken before you touch your phone. Say, "I am a good place to be." There will be new rooms. Walk into them with your name upright, not apologizing for taking up air. You are allowed to be visible without asking the rumor for permission. If you are tempted to chase their approval, remember the cost. You paid it before with your sleep and your appetite and your laughter. This time, keep your currency, invest in your wholeness. I stand beside you as you choose again. Not as a guard you must impress, but as a friend who believes you have always been more than their sentence. We will keep watch together, and we will keep your mirror clean. Your story does not end in that room with the sideways glances. Your story ends in a garden you tended with patience and humor and sturdy tenderness. And even that is not an ending, it is the start of a long, good chapter where you live at peace in your own skin. Say these closing truths with me now. I am not a rumor, I am a human being worth respect. My body is not a target, it is a miracle in motion. My reflection is my friend, my home, and my responsibility. When you walk away from this page, walk away lighter. Leave the shards where they fell, they are not your jewelry. Wear courage instead, and watch how it suits you. If one day you hear your name on someone's careless tongue again, remember the protocol we practiced. You will not beg for dignity, you will embody it. You will not audition for acceptance, you will accept yourself and set the tone. And if the one you love steps forward with true remorse, you will listen with wisdom. But you will not trade your peace for their promise anymore. You will measure their change by the calendar, not the moment. Tonight, when you put your head on the pillow, thank your body for another day of service. Thank your feet for journeys, your hands for holding, your lungs for melodies that kept you alive. Then sleep like someone who has nothing to prove. Tomorrow, choose one small kindness toward yourself and complete it before noon. Drink water, write a kind note, delete a cruel thread, take a gentle walk, or schedule a joyful call. Let the day know you belong to you. The last thing I will tell you is simple. You are more beautiful than the rumor hoped you'd forget. And you are stronger than the betrayal hoped you'd never discover. Go in that strength. Go with that beauty. Go with the knowledge that heaven's opinion is the only one that can handle your whole heart. You will notice in the quiet moments that your body wants to be on your side. It leans toward warmth, toward rooms with soft voices, toward food that steadies rather than punishes. It asks for gentleness like a friend who finally feels safe enough to tell the truth. Begin each morning by greeting yourself before you greet the world. Name one feature you once hid and give it a new job, to help you notice miracles, to help you laugh easily, to help you hold what matters. This is not vanity, this is maintenance of the temple you live in. Make a daily promise you can keep even on hard days. Maybe it is one glass of water upon waking, one stretch that opens your ribs, 1 minute of stillness before you turn on any screens. Tiny agreements kept consistently become a fortress. Your reflection has weathered campaigns against it. Today you switch from defense to care. Care looks like the unglamorous tasks that nourish you when no one is watching. Care looks like choosing clothes that fit your life, not someone else's lens. If a comment online cracks through your peace, step away with intention. Say out loud, I'm allowed to protect my mind like I protect my home. Then do something embodied. Wash your face, step into daylight, breathe until your shoulders listen. When you meet the person who spoke those words, bring your new steadiness with you. You are not there to persuade them, you are there to represent yourself. Let your sentences be simple, short, and rooted in lived truth. Try a boundary that is firm and kind. I won't accept joking or commentary about my body, from you or around me. If they minimize your experience, remember that their denial is not your homework. Healing is not a straight path, it curves through old neighborhoods of thought. You might hear the echo of the insult on a Tuesday for no reason at all. Answer it with a scheduled kindness the way you'd answer a knock at the door. Keep a truth kit nearby for the surprise moments. Inside it, place a small card with 3 lines you believe about your body now, a photo where your joy is unmistakable, and a breath pattern that calms you. Reach for it the way swimmers reach for air. Invite your body to delight rather than merely endure. Choose movement that feels like play, dancing in your kitchen, walking with a friend, learning a stretch that becomes a prayer. Let sweat be an anointing, not a punishment. Feed yourself like someone you love, because now you do. Build meals that stabilize your energy and honor your preferences without apology. If the world argues, let the world talk to your boundaries, not to your plate. Teach your mirror new manners by changing the questions you bring to it. Instead of, "What is wrong here?" ask, "Where is the life shining today?" Look until you catch it, and then look a little longer. There will be days when you feel brave enough to wear the colors you avoided. There will be days when neutral is the kindest option and quiet is your favorite shade. Both are holy, both are yours to choose without consulting a jury. Keep a journal called Proof of Life. Each entry, record one moment your body helped you live beautifully, crying when relief arrived, laughing with a friend until your ribs ached, holding someone's hand in the dark. Let the pages become a map back to yourself. The person who betrayed you may try to repair the bridge with grand gestures. Grand gestures are pretty, but bridges stand on pillars of daily behavior. Watch the pillars, trust grows at the speed of evidence. If they ask, "What do you need from me?" answer with clarity. Say, "Speak of me with respect in every room, especially the ones I'll never enter," and then pause. Say, "If you hear my name misused, correct it in that moment, not later," and then breathe. If the apology turns into a courtroom where you must prove the wound, leave the trial. Your heart is not a witness stand and your body is not evidence to be cross-examined. Exit with dignity, because dignity is how you travel now. Gather a small circle who delight in you without conditions. Share meals, walks, and unedited photos where the point is memory, not performance. Let their presence recalibrate your nervous system toward belonging. When a camera appears, release the reflex to shrink. Stand in your life without tucking yourself away from the frame. Later, when you see the image, grade it by how much truth you allowed, not by invented measurements. If you keep hearing the unfinished phrase, "You look like a," finish it yourself with a blessing. You look like persistence wearing soft clothes. You look like the page that didn't give up on the story. Write a letter to the future you who lives free of the rumor. Tell them what you survived, what you learned, and what you're no longer carrying. Seal it and place a date on your calendar to read it when a season turns. When envy or comparison tries to sneak in, notice it without shame. Comparison is the mind looking for a ladder because it forgot you already belong on the ground you're standing on. Bring it back to earth with gratitude for what your body did today. Create a small farewell ritual for the insults you internalized. Write each one on a slip of paper and drop them into water until the ink blurs beyond recognition. Say, I release this story from my skin, and mean it 3 times. Reclaim language, because words shape rooms and rooms shape lives. Replace fix with care, punish with nourish, hide with choose. Let your vocabulary be a front door through which kindness enters. Practice noticing how your body says yes and how it says no. Yes might feel like warmth in your chest, an easy breath, a widening of the world. No might feel like a tight jaw, a shrinking belly, a hallway that narrows to a keyhole. Obey those signals the way you obey traffic lights at an intersection. Stopping is not cowardice, it is survival and wisdom holding hands. Proceeding is courage with data, not denial with bravado. If you decide to continue the relationship, design agreements you can see and measure. Agreements might include no body commentary, no gossip, accountability if a boundary is crossed, and scheduled check-ins for repair. Write them down so love has rails to run on. If you choose to end it, grieve without rewriting history to make it pretty. You are allowed to remember the good while refusing the harm as a package deal. Closure can be quiet and still count. Document your progress like a scientist of your own becoming. Note sleep that arrives easier, meals that feel kinder, mirrors that feel less like interrogation lamps. Let the body's feedback be your research, and let joy be the peer review. Honor fatigue when it shows up, because healing is labor. Rest is not a reward for finishing, it is a resource for continuing. Offer your body naps, softness, and nights without alarms. Find one creative outlet that lets your body express joy without translation. Paint with your fingertips, sing in a key only your shower knows, try clay that remembers your fingerprints. Creation is how you learn what your hands were always trying to say. Remember that some people find security in making others smaller. Their peace requires a pedestal, your peace requires a garden. Choose the garden and invite only the kind who tend it. If you have to attend a room where jokes are weapons, prepare your exit line in advance. Not for me is complete, sufficient, and does not require debate. Leave your chair like you're protecting someone precious, because you are. Practice noticing the world with a body-positive lens that is not propaganda but presence. Babies with smudged cheeks, elders with maps on their hands, friends who look tired and still choose kindness. This is what beauty looks like in the wild. Let life teach you the definition marketers forgot. We're the fragrance or the silence that makes you feel like yourself. Both can be armor that is soft enough to hug you back. Choose deliberately and enjoy the agency. Tell the story of your healing to someone who will honor it. Not as spectacle, but as testimony that might hand them a key for their own locked door. Stories breed courage when shared safely. For days when the old tape gets loud, make a contingency plan with your future self. Write, if I hear the rumor in my head, I will text a friend, take a short walk, and read one page from my Proof of Life journal. Follow it like a recipe until calm returns. Keep a list titled, Reasons I'm Glad to Be in This Body. Start with basics, breath, heartbeat, opposable thumbs, laughter that escapes without permission. Grow it toward the subtle, instinct, tenderness, resilience that shows up dressed as humor. When you receive a compliment, let it land instead of batting it away. Try saying, thank you, I receive that, and feel how the words open your chest. Receiving is also a muscle, you are training it nicely. If memories of the original betrayal ambush your sleep, light a soft lamp and try a grounding exercise. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Let your senses prove to your mind that the danger is not in the room anymore. Choose a phrase that you'll wear like a necklace on hard days. Perhaps, I belong in my own life, or, my body and I are on the same team, or, peace looks good on me. Say it aloud before stepping into places that once made you shrink. Hang a small mirror near your door that shows only your eyes. Check in with them when you leave and when you return. If they look tired, greet them the way you would greet a beloved friend arriving late, with warmth, tea, and no questions. Teach the younger version of you living inside your memory how to feel safe now. Imagine walking them out of the room where the rumor started and into a kitchen where soup is warm and names are gentle. Tell them, we're going somewhere kinder, and then actually go. Let your laughter come back without asking permission from a culture obsessed with angles and filters. Laugh until the room remembers that bodies are for joy, connection, and life, not for public verdicts. Then take a picture, not to prove anything, but to keep the memory of relief. The person you trusted may one day realize what they broke. That realization is theirs to carry and theirs to repair with their own hands, not with your peace. Your job is to keep your heart both well-guarded and available to love that honors you. In moments of doubt, return to first things. Your body is the place where your life happens, and your life is worthy of tenderness and awe. Anything that cannot support that truth does not get a key to your home. Walk forward with a posture that tells the truth about you. Not arrogance, not apology, just rootedness, as if trees taught you how to stand. Let your presence become a quiet revolution in every room you enter. Some people will notice and adjust, others will wander off to find easier targets. Bless the ones who learn and release the ones who don't without burning your own hands. You are done auditioning for roles that require you to disappear.